This is Richard A. McMenamin II. Some of you have seen the other videos I posted on here relating to my efforts to protect my children in the state of New Hampshire from abuse from the state itself, including the New Hampshire Child Protective Services and the family courts system, which I've begun to expose a lot about. The case has taken on a new dynamic. There's a different light being shed on this concerning a baby that was beaten in 2018 by the mother of my children, Eileen Rispoli. The baby's name, she's known as Baby Nomi throughout the multiple court cases that I've been filing in the last 4 years, related to her first name only, Nomi. She was in the custody of the New Hampshire DCYF, which is the Protective Services in New Hampshire. During 2018, she was born presumably in August or September of 2018, and taken away from her mother for purported drug reasons. And she was placed into foster care in Rumney, New Hampshire. When she was approximately 3 to 5 months old, Eileen Rispoli, my son's mother, had Nomi in her care. I came home from work one day and she was there, presumably to stay for 7 days. Immediately, Eileen physically attacked Nomi, as she had done previously with my own children. And she beat Nomi, seriously beat Nomi. And it was a situation where she did that, and then she took Nomi to her room, where she was technically barricaded in there. The next day, I returned from work early, intentionally early, so I could examine baby Nomi and see if she was hurt and take her to the doctor if need be. That next day, I had called the New Hampshire DCYF and told them what Eileen did to the baby. And they were very short and said, well, we'll look into it. But when I arrived back home that following morning, it was even morning time, still morning time, the baby was gone. Now, I was in the midst of protecting my own children at the time, so I always put that on the back burner and never really addressed it, at a capacity for people to realize that something may have happened to her. But recent discoveries now, disclosure that has led to discoveries, have determined that Nomi was severely injured when she left the residence. That the foster mother, in an emergency manner, came and got Nomi. And there was an argument between the foster mother and Eileen. And their relationship, it's believed, ended right there. But nothing was ever said about Nomi. Like I said, for the last 4 years, I've been protecting my own children. So that would be coming first. But now, it's believed that the catalyst and the reasons that the state of New Hampshire has retaliated so severely against me and my children is that because Nomi was severely injured and possibly permanently injured or worse. The disclosure was that she had sustained injury to her arms, her legs, but especially her head, the front of her head. This is very serious. Nothing was ever said. I've been trying for 4 years to determine what happened to Nomi, and nobody will say anything. But now it's known that she was indeed injured. It's believed that the state knew that she was injured. The state knew that Eileen was at least involved in it. And that's why they hired Eileen months later after me reporting the abuse upon my own children, in order to bring her in and try to silence me. The retaliation once she was in that office is unbelievable. Nobody in the history of this country has been retaliated upon so severely for trying to protect their children. So, that we knew something was up here, but we couldn't figure out exactly what it was until this recent disclosure.